Hello, my name is Ken Ono, and I'm the CEO and founder of Attract Freedom. Attract Freedom has been my baby for several years now, and the time has come for us to take Attract Freedom to the next level. The whole vision is to have a community of people who love each other, who work together for one common goal, and that is to be successful. And my whole motto is to help people and change mindsets, if possible, one person at a time. As you know, or as you may not know, I was born in Africa, and I've lived in Germany for many, many years and several other countries. And now I live in the beautiful island, on the beautiful island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And, you know, to come here, all it needed was a vision. My vision always when I was young was that I was going to live on an island. Not that I needed to live specifically here in the Caribbean, but it was always the thought I wanted to live on an island. And somehow I find myself now living the dream that I set for myself. And of course, the journey was not easy. And over the next few videos, I'm going to be sharing some of the things that happened, and also how it came about that I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm an eye surgeon by profession, and I just love to help people. I've been doing personal development for over 20 years, and reading the books, interacting with different types of people, some top-notch people in the industry, and also just looking out to give, because it's when you give, that's when you receive. So I want to start off with today's first freedom note, and the freedom note for today is going to be about fear, because you know that we're not successful, and the reason why we're not successful is because we're afraid of taking risks. But we're not just afraid of taking risks, we're afraid of what others might think. And why is that so? Because we're afraid of failure. And all these things tie in to who we are, how we see ourselves, our own self-image. So I like to say we're afraid of self. But when you take it further, if you notice, I've been talking about fear, fear, fear. So what is the biggest factor that blocks us from getting anywhere in life? It is really fear. Doubt is also a form of fear. You know, anything that holds us back from where we're supposed to go is a form of fear. And you may or may not know that, but we have about 6, maybe more, a few more types of fears. But the major ones are the fear of rejection, which is number one. You know, we're afraid of what others might think. We're afraid that people are not going to like us because of what it is, or they're going to not want us anymore, or they're going to just laugh at us. That is the biggest fear that holds us back from getting where we want to go. The number two, we're afraid of abandonment. Abandonment, yes. And that goes back sometimes to childhood, to our childhood, when we didn't want to be left alone. And, you know, we grow up to become adults, and we reach the stage where we're still scared of, you know, doing things on our own. That the people are going to leave us, or the people we love are going to leave us because of the choices we make, right? And another fear also is, I mentioned that before, the fear of failure. You know, we've been taught in this society that failure is supposed to be a bad thing. But we fail to, I like the word pun on fail, we fail to remember that if you don't fail, you can't succeed. Nobody ever succeeded without failing first. If you want to ride a bike, you have to get on the bike, and as a child you fall down several times before you get up. Even when you were learning to walk, you had to fall several times to learn to walk. Anybody you see everybody you see as an expert is someone who failed many times before they became an expert. Ask any expert. What does that say? They say, who is a big shot? A big shot is a little shot that kept on shooting. All right? So it's all about fear, fear of failure. All right? And another fear that a lot of us don't think about is the fear of the unknown. What is the unknown? Yes, you know, the first, as soon as you hear something that takes us out of our comfort zone, something new, something big, especially when it's big, it's all scary because we've never heard of it before. Nobody's ever done it before. And then, of course, we start to doubt ourselves. This is where belief in ourselves counts. And we start running away from that. That is fear of the unknown. And then also fear of loss. That is sort of similar to the fear of abandonment, because fear of loss. Sometimes you make choices. When you make choices, it also, you know, for instance, you want to hang around people who give you good energy, because it's that energy that's going to take you to the next level. If you hang around people with negative energy, it's not going to bring you anywhere. But what happens, your best friend, your wife, your husband, your mother, your father might be one of those people giving the negative energy, and you want to move away from them. And then you start getting scared because afraid of what you're going to lose. You know, you have to leave something behind in order to get something. It's like when you're what's the best analogy for that? Yeah, you're swinging from one branch to another branch, okay, like a monkey. But to swing from one branch to another, you have to let go of the one branch to hang on to the next. And there's always that moment where if you don't do it right, you could fall. But you know that to get to the other end, you have to keep swinging from one branch to another. So you got to let something go in order to have something else in your life. All right. And another type of fear is the fear of success. And that's the one that boggles people's mind, because a lot of people say that, well, I'm successful. Hey, what's that going to mean? I mean, why should I be afraid of that? But you wouldn't believe how many of us, as a matter of fact, I believe the statistics show that more than 70 to 80% of us have the fear of success. What will happen now when we have acquired the dreams? We're going to lose our friends. We're going to be different. Maybe if we're different, things are not going to be the way we want them to be. So we want to have our cake and eat it too. We want to have the old habits, but we don't want to move on. That can also be a fear of success. And there are so many other examples, of course, of fear of success. I remember I said I wasn't going to make it too long, just to give you a little tinkle on fear. Next week we're going to talk about something else. I'll be letting you know. In the meantime, what I want to do is look down there, or is it here, or is it there? Forgotten. But you're going to see a place where you can put in your email address and send and join Attract Freedom, because Attract Freedom is going to be a community where we're going to be sharing lots and lots of information, not only from myself, but from others in the industry, on how to become a successful person, how to understand the power of your mind, how to understand who you are, your own power, and what you can do to make this world a better place. It's all free, no charges. In the future, we might do some memberships or something, but right at this point in time, best time to get in, it's absolutely free. And you're going to meet like-minded people in a community where you could share. Okay, so www.attractfreedom.com, that's the website, and you can log in there and sign up to become a member of Attract Freedom. And even if you don't want to become a member, just sign up just for the newsletter, okay? Because I promise you, we're going to give you lots and lots of fun stuff. Have a good one.